The name of the band, Born of Fire, and that's called Cast the Last Stone.
I'm still laughing at these fucking Photoshops.
I know, they keep popping up there in the chat room.
And they're all funny. The one where they put the head on Goober is the best.
I like the Methley Crew.
Methley Crew is great too. So good. Yeah, the Methley Crew one actually looks pretty realistic.
It does.
Oh man. I guess I made a good comparison with that guy in the Aerosmith album.
Yeah. Say hey, Andy.
Smooth up in ya. Plus a fill up. Oh man, too funny.
Yeah, it is. All right. Well, let's get into some kind of silly stuffs.
All right.
This goes back to the entitlement attitude that a lot of young people have, that they're owed something.
Okay.
A college dropout refuses to leave her dorm room.
So wait a minute. She's in a college dorm?
She's in college dorm.
Okay.
She's dropped out of college.
Okay.
But she refuses to leave the dorm.
Because she'll be homeless, or you know why?
Well, let's find out.
All right.
She loves the college life, just not the classes.
Are you kidding me? All right.
Hunter College is waging a court battle to evict a stubborn student who refuses to leave her dorm room some 2 years after dropping out.
All right.
2 years.
2 years later, they just figured it out?
Apparently.
They can't drag her out?
Well, I guess they've been trying to evict her. I guess there's legal channels you have to go through.
Couldn't they just change the lock when she's not there?
Well, I don't know.
2 years, I'd imagine, whatever, you could do it. Okay, but go ahead.
Delaware native Lisa S. Palmer, who has not paid rent since 2016, refuses to leave her room E579 at the school's 425 East 25th Street co-ed dormitory, according to an eviction lawsuit filed in Manhattan Supreme Court. The 32-year-old racked up a stagger.
32 living in the dorm?
Well, she was 30, I guess, when she dropped out. So now she's 32 because it's 2 years later now.
All right.
So 32-year-old racked up a staggering $94,000 in unpaid resident hall charges on her account of continued occupancy, all the while ignoring Hunter's College service of additional vacate notices.
Wow, $90,000.
You're not going to make me move.
Shit, she should have just bought a house.
Yeah, $94,000.
$94,000 in 2 years.
Well, this is in New York.
Yeah,
where the tuitions and fees and things are exorbitant.
Right.
But as of today, June 7th, 2016, you are still in occupancy of the aforementioned room, Michelle Kwok, assistant director of residence life, told Palmer 2 summers ago. Last fall, a Hunter attorney continued the battle to get rid of Palmer, sending her an eviction notice that said in bold-faced type, 30-day notice of termination. You are required to vacate and surrender the premises on or before October 31st, 2017 at 12 o'clock p.m. But the former geography major, who now works at an architect firm, refuses to budge.
How do they just not lock the fucking door?
I don't know what the rules and the laws are. I mean, remember what was a few months ago, we covered a story about squatters.
Yeah.
Well, I guess she's kind of considered a squatter now. And I know that there are, in some municipalities or in some states, there's like these squatter rights or squatter rules, and you have to really go through some legal finagling to finally get a squatter out.
You know how long, I would be setting up the loudest loudspeakers outside her door, fucking blasting goddamn Slayer.
Yeah, but there's other people that live in that building, though.
Well, they're just going to have to deal with it. They can help me influence her to fucking move it out.
Right.
When they haven't slept for a goddamn week or two. They'll put some pressure on that bitch to get out of there.
Right.
Wow. Yeah, $94,000. That's how you catch a bullet. Jeez, oh man. I'm surprised. I mean, honestly, I don't think these people would shoot her, obviously, but I can't believe they haven't found some way to get her out. Cut off the power. Can't they cut off the power and the water and everything else?
Again, I don't know how all the laws and rules work.
It's their building.
It is their building, but I mean, again, I don't know what the rules or the laws are that,
I just can't believe that they could be forced to keep power and water and all that shit. Well, it doesn't even look like, I'm looking at the room now. How could that room cost $94,000 for 2 years?
Well, what is that? $47,000 a year?
Yeah.
It's a lot of rent.
Dude, that can't be 300 square feet. That doesn't look as big as my living room.
Nope. It's a room.
Yeah. $94,000. My ass. Maybe she should stay there because she's getting fucking ripped off. Come on. What a dumb cunt, though. Why doesn't she just get the fuck out? Go get she's got a job. Go get a fucking apartment, you bitch.
I'm not leaving. Fuck you, pal.
Fucking entitled twat.
Well, that's what I said. This is what this all boils down to.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, she continues, I plan on fighting the lawsuit, and while I fight it, I'm going to stay here.
Yeah.
Palmer told the Post from outside of her messy 100 square foot single.
Jesus Christ, that's about as big as a cell.
Yeah. Which is adorned with a lava lamp, a dream catcher, and piles of dirty dishes.
Oh, that's pleasant.
Yeah. Though school officials say Palmer dropped out, she insists Hunter refused to let her register for the fall 2016 classes after she disputed her housing and tuition bill.
Oh, so maybe I was kind of right on that. About the $47,000 a year or whatever.
I felt that it was a miscommunication initially, but after I met with the dean, I felt that they were starting to treat me unfairly. It was like, get out, she said.
You know what the dean said you know what the dean said in the staff meeting about this problem?
What did he say?
Of course there's something wrong with him. He's a Negro.
Is that what he said?
He may have.
Could have been.
Only full-time students who maintain a minimum grade point average and keep current on their room and board fees can stay in the dorms.
Okay.
Palmer, who first enrolled in Hunter in 2010, after a stint in St. John's University in Queens, said dorm life is really lonely for someone in her 30s. I feel very isolated, she said, noting that Hunter moved her to a wing that's only occupied by a middle-aged nurse whom the college is also trying to evict. The college wants to boot a total of 9 nurses who were given rooms in various wings of the East 25th Street building when it was owned by Bellevue Hospital. The resident nurses include 67-year-old Derek DeFritias, who kept the dormitory room crash pad at the address for decades.
Okay.
So they basically tell her, you need to get out.
Yeah.
And
clean the room first, pig.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I'm not leaving.
No. She needs to get out. I mean, what a dumb... She's going to end up owing all this money.
Right.
And then what? And then she's going to, bankrupt out? She's wrecking her whole life to make a point. What a dummy. To make a point that she's not going to win. She's not going to win this. What does she think she's going to win? What could she possibly win that she won't be responsible for the rent? Of course she's going to be responsible for the rent.
I don't know what the end game is here for this gal.
I know one thing. There's no judge anywhere that's going to say, "Yep, you get to have stayed here for 2 fucking years for free." If that was a legal solution, you would have a lot more than this dumbbell doing it. The legal solution is going to be she's going to end up owing all this money plus court fees for the attorneys for wasting everybody's time.
Mm-hmm.
Just move out and move on with your life, you dumbbell. Jeez, oh man. Wow. Okay.
So
I don't like this person.
Yeah. So good luck with that.
Yeah, have fun.